How you doing, Amit? This is Chris Arlena from the Jim McClean Golf School down in sunny Miami, Florida at the Doral Resort and Spa. Just want to thank you for sending in your video to the Golf Digest Challenge and giving me the opportunity to take a look at your golf swing. See a lot of good things in your golf swing. So today we're going to analyze that and let it play through so you can see it first. I'm not sure if you've ever watched it other than recording it on your camera here. So I'm just going to let it play through a couple times just so you can check it out. Okay? And we're going to take into consideration a few of your comments that you have made for me to look at. I know that you said, so typically you might pull it and hit a high shot, so we're going to find out why. Because again, we're looking for the root cause of why you're doing that. So, play once more in slow motion. Got a lot of good things. Look like an athletic setup going. Very nice. Look very relaxed and comfortable up there. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take you to address. And first off, and most importantly, is address, because we're trying to start you off in the proper, at the proper segment here, because we want you to start off well, so you can swing your golf club without having to make any alterations or corrections to try to compensate for misalignment, bad weight distribution, things like that. So if you get set up correctly, it'll make the golf swing easier to do. So what we're going to do here for you is I just want to draw a line on your shoulders. Okay. Okay, you see a slight tilt to your shoulders. Okay, we'd actually like to see it a little bit more. So if I were to draw this here, a little bit more of a line, we'd like to see you have a little bit more tilt, more like that. Okay, what that's going to do is if I draw a straight line down from your head to the ball, it's going to allow your, if we get that tilt going, it'll allow your head to get a little bit more behind the ball. And we want to do that with a driver or a wood, so we create more of a sweeping action with our downswing. If we get the head too far forward, what one of your comments was, you trying to hit it high and maybe pull it. What happens is we get a little bit steep on it, okay, and we hit down on it. That's probably why you're hitting a little bit higher than you want. So again, just try to bring that head back and get a little bit of shoulder tilt. Usually when you do have a little bit more shoulder tilt, your head will come back a little bit more naturally without having to really think about it. So again, at address, we just want you to get a little bit more shoulder tilt so you can get your head a little bit further behind the ball, okay? And then I think the only other thing you should really focus on is when I take you up to the top of your backswing, I want you to focus on your knee here, okay? Just watch that left knee as we come back. You'll notice that as it comes back, it starts off pretty good, but as we get to the top, it starts to work its way towards the golf ball. I mean, going at the golf ball, okay? If you watch all the tour players, you won't see a single one of their knees go towards the golf ball. What will actually happen is as they make a rotation backward, the knee will rotate behind the golf ball. More or less, instead of coming at us at the screen, the knee will actually go as we're coming back. It'll go in this direction. Okay, so the knee will get behind that golf ball. Say this little arrow is your ball. As we rotate, the knee is going to actually shift behind the golf ball. So instead of working the knee towards us at the screen, we want it to work again behind the golf ball so that we can rotate and kind of create more of a coil. What happens when you do that is by allowing your knee to come towards us at the screen, you reduce your coil. As you can see, you don't have that much hip turn going there. If we can get your knee a little bit more behind the golf ball, and it'll allow yourself to coil back a little bit more and create a little bit more power, and it'll be easier for you to create that sweeping motion and create more speed in your golf swing, okay? So I think the things we need to work on here, again, at setup, we need you to get a little bit more tilt in your shoulders so you can get your head a little bit more behind the ball. And then in the backswing, we want you to make sure that you try to get your knee behind the ball instead of going at the ball or forward, okay? So remember, we want to make sure that your knee is going behind the ball or shifting more or less that way, okay? And good things you can do to do that are you can put a golf ball on the outside of your foot here, right underneath the outside of the foot, right where that arrow is. You put it underneath your foot on the outside. You'll feel that when you step on that golf ball, you'll feel your weight move more towards the inside of your left foot, okay? And that's going to shift your knee inside a little bit, and you'll feel it as you turn with that golf ball underneath your the outside of your left foot there, you'll feel like the knee is moving in and behind the golf ball a little bit more, which is going to allow you to create more rotation in your golf swing with your lower body. So all in all, I think that's probably the best thing you can work on, and because your golf swing is really good, and you don't want to touch something that's really good, or else then you start messing around with it and tinkering. That's when you start to have even more problems. So I think the best things for you are, as we discussed, try to get a little bit more shoulder tilt at setup, where your left shoulder is a little bit higher than your right, so that you get your head behind the golf ball a little bit. And then also trying to get that left knee working behind the golf ball rather than going forward and at the golf ball. Okay? And again, that drill, a good drill for you to do is to put that golf ball underneath the outside of your left foot where that little arrow is there, so you can feel like that weight's going on the instep of your left leg, and then it'll feel like you can really rotate that left knee back behind the golf ball. Okay? I think that's really all you need to really focus on. If you focus on any more, I think you're going to start tinkering a little bit too much. So again, those two things are very important, and I think they'll help your golf game tremendously. And I think that you'll create a little bit more of a lower, more penetrating ball flight with that, and also get rid of that disastrous pull you were talking about. So again, it was great working with you. I want to thank you. It was a pleasure. Best of luck to you in the future, and if you do have any other questions, please feel free to visit us at our website, www.jimmcclean.com, or email us with any questions at jmgolfschool@aol.com, and we'll be happy to answer those questions for you. Thanks again for letting me analyze your swing, and have a great day. Best of luck to you.